Hello trader, I'm going to do a complete multi-time frame analysis on GBPAUD and GBPNZD, two important GBP pairs currently showing significant trading opportunity. Now before we discuss how we can trade, first let's look at bigger picture, looking at the monthly time frame. Now from the monthly perspective, we can see that GBPAUD, after this strong monthly impulse to this resistance line, this month the price had a bounce. Now if we draw this resistance on GBPAUD, we can see that after this strong rejection, GBPAUD currently coming to this monthly support, and because there has been a bounce, we can expect GBPAUD now come back to break this monthly support or even to create a new lower low to this level where there's the previous resistance turning support here, and high probability that GBPAUD will come at least to this level or even below this. If we take our Fibonacci, this is the monthly impulse. As you can see, back to back 4 months of rise to the resistance. Now we can expect at least 38.2% Fibonacci level or even breaking this low to this 61.8%, giving a very high probability for GBPAUD and GBPAUD to drop, and we'll discuss about the GBPNZD. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see previous week there is a long pin bar. Now this pin bar on the weekly has a very strong rejection, giving a very high probability for GBPAUD to continue to drop, and we see this is the 38.2% Fibonacci level, also previous swing low below this weekly doji weekly rejection. There is a liquidity, as you can see the price bounce from this level, and I think that now the price highly likely will come back down to break this low or even to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the daily on GBPAUD, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the price has formed a double top, which is in an uptrending market and had a strong rejection. Now with that rejection, we see that GBPAUD has created this massive move. Now we can expect the price to come down, come up for a bit more little pullback to the upside. As you can see, AUD news coming, so we might see GBPAUD getting very volatile, and we can expect this price to break this low to create a new lower low. Now from further lower time frame, from the intraday, we can see that GBP AUD, there is a narrow doji previous session. This is the 4 hour, and we can see the price has crossed this high. There is a liquidity in that area. Now with that liquidity, the price has a strong rejection towards the downside. Now with that rejection, we can see that GBP AUD starting with this impulse, narrow correction, impulse correction, impulse, we can expect the price to continue to drop to this level of support, which is significant level of support, and there is still quite a few space to fill. Now if we look at closely, we can see that there is a almost 200 pip is still possibility to drop on GBPAUD. Now this is where I will be waiting for an entry. As soon as we will find suitable entry opportunity on GBPAUD, we will consider going short with a high probability trade setup with our students. Now let's look at GBPNZD. Now looks like that GBPNZD a bit more strongly bearish even than GBPAUD. If we look at the daily, we see that this is the daily chart on GBPNZD with this pin bar. Every day the price is creating series of lower high and lower low. Now the price has come to another important level. As you can see, there is a doji here, daily doji, and highly likely that GBPNZD will try to break this low to create a new lower low. And I think that with that move, even we could see that GBPNZD coming back to this previous resistance, turning support here. Now, if we look at bigger picture monthly, we can see that like the GBPAUD, GBPNZD also had a massive move, this big movement to the upside on GBPNZD. Now, with that movement, with this massive move, the price has created this move. We can expect now a correction. Now if we take our Fibonacci from low to the high, we can see that GBPNZD is approaching 38.2% Fibonacci level, which is still far, and we can expect the price to come back down to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see the same situation. This is the long wick candle on the weekly on GBPNZD. Now with that long wick candle from the weekly, we can expect the price to drop to this level. As you can see, there is a reversal here, and the price has broken to the upside. This is the resistance line which is turning support here on GBP and ZD, and we can expect the price to come back down to this previous resistance, turn support, and then we can expect the price to bounce from that level. We can expect now, as you can see, this is the weekly price action, that this is the support of this previous weekly. Highly likely the price may break this level to the downside to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the daily on GBP and ZD, back to back 4 days of drop including today, and what I think that this market may continue to drop, and it might come back to this even daily 20 EMA. So there is a still high probability for this price to drop. Now from the lower time frame, we see there is a pin bar is being formed. Still this candle is not closed. What we see, this current sessions candle, the price has crossed all this high, and we see according to our TF strategy, though still candle is not closed, but we see that the price is satisfying our TF strategy. So once the candle close, if we see that there is a strong rejection is still remaining, then we will consider going short on GBP and ZD with a high probability trade setup with our students. Now, if you find value in this analysis, then smash the like button, and also don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Thank you. I'll see you soon in my next analysis.